is fondly thought of as just about the coolest mom on earth. Here's a little refresher of her beloved show. Watch this.
Hello, Honorable Rory-san.
You made Asia for me?
Here's your kimono, Honorable Rory-san.
Thank you. You made crazy Asia.
Well, actually, believe it or not, but this is an exact replica of Japan, China, Vietnam, Cambodia, Hong Kong, Korea, any other Asian countries that might have slipped my mind for the moment. This is exactly what you would see in the other Asia.
The one that's not in our living room.
Yeah, the old Asia, the first attempt, I like to call it, the prototype.
So please welcome, of course, from Gilmore Girls, and now from the huge Broadway hit Guys and Dolls, Lauren Grant. Together, simmer it down.
That's such a old clip. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Does that freak you out?
Yes.
You're like, oh.
Well, we did it for so long that now when I see it, I don't even know what year it was. Like, I can't remember, you know.
It blended together. It was 7 years.
Yeah.
It's a long time for TV.
That's a long time for any job, lifetime. Really. Yeah. Yeah.
So, are you still stuck in Lorelai? Do people talk to you about Lorelai and stop you? I mean, because it was such a greatly loved show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think I've realized I'm not, because, you know, like anything, it's now been 2 years since the last episode, and so I've gotten a chance to do some other things, but I realized that because of reruns and just how television works now, you know, that it's going to be on forever. And so for the rest of my life, people will be asking me when the Gilmore Girls movie is.
Yeah, exactly. And
I'll have to keep saying, I don't know.
That's great. You know what I mean? Like, knock on wood, you continue to have such great successes like that.
Yeah. Well, and I had things like that growing up, you know, Laverne and Shirley or whatever, you know, that were like...
Isn't it like... It must be kind of a surreal feeling, though, because when a show's on for that long, do people act like they really know you as that character?
Yeah. And they relate to that character. You know, people always say, like, my mom and I are Lorelai and Rory, and like it's really sweet. It's they definitely feel like they know you. Well, you know, I mean, they feel like they know you.
Yeah, I take people grocery shopping.
Yeah.
That's the only place I see it was in the grocery store. And like, wait, so I'm making that thing tonight. What aisle can I get that on? And I end up shopping with them.
Well, I guess I should be picking up people's kids from school.
Yeah, exactly.
I
should be chaperoning sleepovers.
That's right. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll
Doing
do.
theme parties.
Yes.
You could throw a little theme party.
Can you imagine?
So, have you ever had any weird fan reaction over the years? Anything that was just sort of like, oh, this could be crossing the line? Or has it always just been really friendly, kind of next door neighborish?
It's mainly really friendly, and you know, it was such a happy show, so it's just nice that people relate to it. But it's nice too, you know, because I'm doing this musical now, and there are people who are coming because of the TV show, but for a lot of like these young girls, it's their first Broadway show they've ever seen, and that's such an important thing to me as an actor, the theater, you know, and so to kind of be bringing people to the theater for the first time is something I feel good about.
Yeah,
you know?
it's very cool. So Guys and Dolls is the show.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, I was just saying, I think it's really been part of that whole resurgence that we're having on Broadway that we so badly needed. And I think this show is having such great success.
We are. I'm so thankful. I know, knock on, is it wood? It is.
It is wood, I promise.
I'm truly so thankful for these people who come, and it's such a great classic show, and you know, the audiences have been really fun, and yeah, we're surviving, and that's a big deal.
How do you know, I go to a voice coach twice a week just so I can do the shows here, you know. Yeah. How do you go 8 shows a week?
I've gone through
it together.
It's really hard, and I've gone through all kinds of you know, difficulty. You worry. I walk around like this all day, like feeling my vocal cords. You know, it's you just have to really make sure you're breathing properly. But, you know, I went to I don't know, I'm sure you've seen every person in town, and, you know, I got shot full of steroids, and then you feel like you can just conquer the world. And I'm like, how come people in musicals are allowed steroids, but the athletes aren't? This is awesome.
This is unfair.
I know. Because you suddenly feel like, all full of power. But, so, yeah, I go home and I don't
gets
talk.
used to it?
Eventually you get used to it, yeah. And you just have to really watch it. I think I had a vision of this lifestyle, like I'd be out, sort of into the night, like with all the other Broadway people, and half the time I'm kind of like, I have to go home. I can't talk. I have to go home.
A cup of hot water.
Yeah, it's so not glamorous. Yeah, and like gargling with salt.
I was going to ask you, do you have that lifestyle that we all picture? All Broadway people go out and they have this great late night supper club set kind of jet set thing.
I just was reading. Well, sort of. I mean, it is such a small. This world of actors is so small, and then the world of people working in New York is so small, and so you do see the same people, and I go to the same 3 restaurants, and I get the same meal every night. So it is a very small community, but it's a lot of hard work.
You get to be a blonde in the show, though. You get the big blonde wig. Is that fun?
It is really fun. I felt like this was a chance to kind of make some big choices for this character, and it's really fun. But I don't know if blondes have more fun because I haven't taken my wig out on the streets.
You're dark one day, right?
Yeah.
So you can go out late night, take the wig with you, sleep in the next day, and reflect. You can send us a little video diary.
Okay. That's for sure. That's what I'll do.
I got a cab quicker. I got a better table. You let us know if blondes really do have more fun.
Yeah, I will.
Well, if you come to New York in the next several months, through this summer, you can check out Guys and Dolls and the lovely Lauren. Thank you, Diane. We'll be right back. Come to New York. Keep the theater. Our Hey Can You Cook 4 elimination is